Welcome, and thank you guys all for attending. I just want to go ahead and go over with some of you that are on here how this came about. Here at Decker, we have a civic engagement group full of community members who come in and have helped the kids with learning about civic engagement, as well as helping them learn about youth voice. And this is one of our projects. It is a way for youth to have a voice. And thank you guys all for being here. In this, starting this project, we talked about doing a poetry slam, and we talked about, okay, how to make that happen in one event. And just through the guidance of a lot of our community members and people who are poets, letting us know that, hey, poetry is a process, writing is a process. This is why we've done it in a 3-segment event. So the first event we did was with youth learning and just getting skilled about how to write poetry. Our second event was more of an inspirational and also exposing the kids to diverse talent out there in our community and them sharing their stories, which was very powerful. This is our third event, and it's been really cool because I'm here with this group, watching them get excited to share. I know last time we had some kids, can I share? Can I share? So they've been really working hard. I want to thank you guys that are here. Thank you for sticking with it. Thank you for working on your poem and sharing your stories with us. I thought it was really good to make sure we were inviting those of you that work with youth, those of you who are community involved, so you can hear their stories. Just helps us to keep in mind that what they've gone through, and when we're helping them, how to hear their voice, how to hear the things that they're navigating in their life. Really cool, the resiliency you'll hear as well. And we are going to turn the time over to Abby. He is a poet, and he's going to DJ this event for us. And with that said, I don't want to take up too much time, so we can get started. Go ahead, Abby.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Collective of Youth Performance. My name is Abby. I'm a poet. I am the founder of 365 Poetry, and 365 Poetry abbreviates as celebrating self-love through poetry, music, dance, and African food. What 365 means is loving yourself 365 days of the year and in 365 different ways. Again, I welcome everyone this morning to the Collective of Youth Performance, and we are looking forward with excitement to hear our youths read some poetry to us. But before we go ahead, I would like to read this poem that I've written called The Radio Writer. The passion to speak is your God-given right, more so when it concerns an injustice, a dream, or a thought that may move us all forward. The need to speak becomes an engulfing flame when prevalent thoughts fight against self-love, subverts the individual, and drowns out color. But there's no passion without flame, no love without hate, no peace without war, and no drive without dryness. You're lost trying to write, but the words won't come out. You're dead trying to listen, but the words won't come out. You're hurt trying to feel, but the words won't come. I remember that night. But you stayed loyal to the dream, hurricaned nonetheless, fought for inspiration, never mind the silence, till travail led to a swollen belly full of words that must be spoken. And the poems poured forth from yore with a vitality missing in recent years, longed for, harried for. They dropped like fiery cascades upon attentive ear to one who ran with it like a vessel and delivered it, unalloyed to the willing host, just as he or she had heard it. Thus it was that night I heard you speak, and passionately too. Thus it was the day I marked myself to be like you, to be that man or woman who must pay attentive ear to what might inspire, uplift others during these times of hope against hope, to speak nothing but what I have heard, like the radio writer. Thank you.
So this one's called Hard Candy. I'm the broken pieces on the floor. Some people just ignore it and it just goes by. I'm cold in the wind and there's a fire in the box, but I can't get the key because I'm lost. I'm the broken pieces on the floor. I'm a crank with the missing gear, but I will be fixed someday, some month, some year. And it just goes by. I'm the person that needs a helping hand, but instead you automize my thoughts. I'm the broken pieces on the floor. It is the color of an eclipse black, and I can't see it right in front of me, and it just goes by. Don't go nowhere, but they know I'm there. I'm the cracks of a heartbeat of life. I'm the broken pieces on the floor, and it just goes by.
Chains clash and break, swords clang against each other. Fast and furiously, my mind races like the blows that land on my face. A long, terrible winter, tears within our hearts. These perils shall harbor the pain within, but never again begin. We have been broken and torn, taken in many forms, even from our homes. Arrows and bullets whiz by as I try to fight back. But the battle is lost. We are forced to walk as pale white faces pillage and burn our homes. Winter swoops in and kills, numbers drop, as do my hopes. As our land is taken and burned, now tears take their turn. Our men, women, and children forced to walk as we promise each other our future will not be so hard, that we will take back our homes and never again bury our hopes in this hopeless time. But as we find a place to call home, with death and tears shed, we write this poem.
My poem is called The Time of Love. I love you. You are my heart, my soul, my treasure, my today, my tomorrow, and my forever. You like a dream come true. How I feel for you is really hard to explain. I'm in love, girl, and I'll never be the same. Cause your kisses and your brown eyes kept me stuck in place. Cause every moment with you can't be replaced. I love you, I love you. Till death do us apart, you'll always be the girl of my heart.
This poem is called She's So Far Gone. I come from a mother that is addicted. I've seen how it consumes her. I tell her to stop, but it's not that easy, she says. She's gone. She's so far gone that she can't hear me. She's so high she can't function. I'm in the corner as she's beating me, yet she can't hear the sound of my voice or see the tears run down my face. I'm calling out to her, but she's so far gone. In the moment, I'm her worst enemy. But as she moves far from the past, she now realizes everything she has to own. Now the tears run down her face, confused of the past. She's so far gone. This poem is called My Maze. I wish life was a place where I could flutter and fly, without rhyme or reason, just a cloud in the sky. But life isn't just a blissful daze, it takes effort and error to navigate this maze. Through the twists and turns, you must always remember, it's in life's deepest cruelty where you'll find true love and loyalty.
Daddy's going through some things, trying hard to hide the pain, always fighting with your mom. I know it messes with your brain. I always want to see you happy, never want to see you sad. Baby boy, you deserve to smile. Yeah, you deserve to laugh. I ain't even gonna lie, I've been out running the streets when I should have been home with you, tucking you under the sheets. Now I'm stuck up in my cell writing all these beats. Remember, treat your mother kind and always be sweet. Baby boy, you make me happy in ways I can't explain. Trying to do good, but it's been hard to maintain. Always keep your head up high and never put it down. Baby boy, you make me happy, yeah, even when you frown. Because I just want to see you smile. That's all I really need. Daddy's gone for a while. Mommy's got to take the lead.
My poem is called Grandma's Words. All right, it goes. I remember how you took me in when we were homeless and I was having to steal to get food so I didn't die. You said, don't make yourself sick, as I inhaled a real meal. You saved me and my sister. I remember how you used to play cards with me. You would say, how did you beat me? I was winning. As you pretended that I won. It was just a little thing, but it made me feel smart. I remember how you took us to the park for the first time. The smell of summer was in the air, and you said, go have as much fun as you can. There was so much happiness on my sister's face. I remember Dad handcuffed being put in the cop car I clung to as all the big people with guns ran around the house tearing everything up. You hugged me and said everything will be all right. I remember the first time I got suspended from school. You listened to my sobs as my tears fell down my face in an endless stream. You said, I will always care about your child. I remember the first time I tried to kill myself. You sat me down and comfort me with stories about my mom's life. You said, you know, she always loved you. I remember the first time my heart got broken and I tried to smoke all my pain away. You stood by me through my bad decision and said, I'm not mad at you, just don't do it again. I remember the first time I got locked up and how you told my judge you were sorry for my mistakes. You wrote me and said, everyone makes mistakes. I love you. I remember, Grandma.
All right, this poem is called In the Moment, in this moment. As I sit in this room, I look at the light like if it is the moon. An excuse to lie to myself, I say I like the view, but the truth hurts too much to say out loud. I look at the walls, I believe they feel my pain. They tell me, hold on, this won't last forever. I listen to the drip drip of the broken sink and feel the wetness fall down my face. My tears can feel lakes. I wonder what's next as I feel this place consume me, but I find determination and inner strength that reminds me this is just a moment.
Poem's called Dear Mama. July 13, 2003. 9 kids before you decided to want him back. That kid who is now 18 years old with the knowledge that keeps him from trying to find him. Not only was he expecting an apology from you his whole life, but one from God and the people around him. With no parent-like figures in his life, he learned how to take care of himself. That's how he was cursed. You'd think a child being born would keep two people together, but that's where you're wrong. With his many imperfections, you use that as a reason to give him up. Just like how his father found a reason to not teach him to be a man, let alone a reason to not be there for him when he had to learn how to protect himself. Exactly how you were never there to hold him, to keep him safe from the world, or how you weren't there to teach him how to prepare his own food and clothes. All these things he should have been taught, he learned from every family but his own. At 7, he was already dreaming of what his future family would be like. Starting to run away at the age of 8, he picked up things from the streets and threw his future away. But Mama, here I am trying to make up for all those years. Here I am trying to make up for all those years I could have been doing things with my life. Dear Mama, I'd love to have childhood memories. I'm 18, but I feel like I'm 50, yet this story has never been told because I hate their pity. They think they know me in my past. They think they know my hurt and anger because of the neglect and abuse from everyone. That kid doesn't know how to love. The only love he knows is what his mama taught him, and that is to push away. The kind of person who gives the best advice to those in need, but doesn't practice what he preaches. Dear Mama, I've lived many lives, but one, your son.
This one's called Life of Regrets. My feet led me toward the streets, a place where play from keep comes in deep, a place where gangster and crack fiends never go to sleep. A place where cops not fly to creep, a place where you always gotta take the heat. This place has nothing neat. Fiends and thieves flee the streets to get their needs. Maybe one day I'll open my eyes to see that this life is something I need to lead. And if it's too late, Mama, the heaven got the keys. So don't stress it. I'm by your side by any means.
This poem is called The Ripple in the Reflection. Hope you guys enjoy it. I can't move, I can't breathe, I can't feel. I hear locks, I see keys. Inhale ingots and exhale links. I bleed chains, smell metals. The anatomy so unique. My blood, molten metal. My tendons, wired cables. Muscles, steel plates. Bones of titanium poles. A cocoon of brass settled in the rib cage containing what? A heart? A soul? Unknown. I'm sick, an abomination. An automaton, each gear jammed, clogged, unable to progress, to move forward, bolted down, trapped in a web of chains, restricting my limbs, cuffs to discourage my joints, hate to discourage my heart, and there is nothing to prevent rusting. There's no oil of redemption, nothing to light up, no heat to smelt and burn this grime away. And so this forge remains stone cold, a representation of the empathy, the heart, and the love of society, the hopelessness of millions who are okay with restraining a being, a blessing from God, exploited by man or child, really. Only children and men's bodies is what is seen by society, though the majority don't recognize the skins that we put on. The majority don't recognize faltering steps of a boy attempting to fill in the men's shoes. The majority don't recognize the tearing heart under his shirt, the powerlessness under his strength, the love under his fear, the desperation under his rage. You don't recognize. Thank you.
This one's called Goodbye 2016. It goes, I don't know how to start this. This definitely isn't happiness. You are my best friend. How could you leave us? August 2016. I couldn't think. I couldn't believe. How could you leave me? What a tragedy. You left me. I replay my last memory like it was yesterday. You are my other half. I still can't accept the fact that you went away. And then there's this thought that I recognize. You are gone, but living a better life. Long live Yesenia. No more, I do not cry. Fly high and fly free, soaring through the sky.
This is called Forever Memory. I was 8 when I found out how cruel people can be, no matter who it was. I was 12 when I realized your parents can break your heart before your lover does. I was 13 when I lost my grandpa. It hurt, but I didn't hurt. I was 14 when my heart grew. Felt like heaven on earth with you, till time went on and we made it hell. Nothing hurts more than betrayal. He betrayed me, but then I betrayed myself. He now has an old me forever in memory. I was 17 when my life took a wrong turn. I was so hurt, I didn't know how to deal with it. So I chose the bottle. Every weekend I went out, made out with randoms, and for a while it felt great. Until I chose to drive, drunk as hell, and drove my friend to his death. My soul left with him forever in memory. Now I'm 18 and I've lost everything. Being locked up is like being under a storm, and everyone that was once there for you is a rainbow. I'm under pouring rain while their true colors come out. I now have lost the old me forever in memory. Life has just begun, so I start here. Thank you.
And with this, we conclude this morning's session, successful session of brilliant poetry from our youth. Thank you to all the poets courageous to read of their vulnerable lives and to share their stories with us this morning.